Well, making it out to the shop today. It's like 22, 23 degrees outside, so it's pretty cool outside to work outside. So I'll do a little bit of work in the shop while it warms up outside, and maybe this afternoon I'll get back outside. But for now, I'm going to make the little mounts that I know I made them, but I don't know where they went again. I had everything packed away in a box for this build, and I hunted high and low, and I think the little gremlin got them too. But anyway, this morning I was going to turn these up, and I figured in order to show you, I was going to, instead of trying to put it on a tripod, the camera on a tripod, I took a 1/4-inch bolt, and basically I took the head off of it, round the head off of it, and mounted it with my indicator. Took that indicator stem out of my mag base and mounted it in the chuck. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mount the camera right there, pointed down kind of like that at the spindle. So the next part of the video I am going to do, I'm going to turn up a little mount or peg. Basically it's just a peg that these ride on with a 256 counterboard hole in the middle of the peg to hold it into place in the engine block. So the next part of the video, I'm going to have the camera mounted there. Okay, I don't know how much shaking it'll do. It shouldn't shake too much. The lathe just doesn't put out a whole lot of vibration, so we'll see how it goes here. So the first thing I'm going to do is touch off on the end, because that turned down portion that fits through the gear is, I have the gears at about 120, so I'm going to go 125 thou. So I'm set my indicator, touched off, set my indicator, and go over 125. And I'll touch off here. Okay, set my indicator, and I'm going to take it all except for about 10 thousandths. $125. Okay, I'm just kind of trying out different ways to mount the camera over here on the lathe. So what I did was I took one of my tripods, and I got about 4 or 5 tripods sitting around, and I put it on the tail end of the lathe there so that I can mount it up there. I don't know how well that's going to work. It may shake around like a banshee, I don't know. But I'm gonna put the camera up in that mount and focus it down there and see if I can get any video that way. Okay, here we go. Before I changed to collets, I figured I might as well go ahead and make the little end little washers that are going to fit under the gear to hold the gear away from the housing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to center drill it. Well, first I'm going to face off the end to make sure it's nice and square. And then I'm going to center drill it and drill it for a clearance hole, a tight clearance hole for a 256 screw. And what I mean by tight, the screw is the body is about 80 thousandths, I believe. Major diameter of a 256 is what, about 82 thou. And for normal screw clearance, you go 30 over and 15 over on these real small screws. But I'm only going to go like 4 thou over. You know, for like like for 3/8 and above, you go like 30 thou over, and down and 3/8 and below, I go 15 over. And these real small screws, I normally go 10 to 15 over. So what I'm gonna do is center drill. Center drill with a small center drill. Put the drill in, and each one of these spacers is only going to be, I got 4 of them, 30 thou. They're only going to be 30 to 40 thou in diameter, or I mean in thickness, and 50 thou for the part off blade. So 4 times 50, so you got 200 thou there. And so I only need to go in approximately 300 thou, a little over 200. So there's 100, 200, I'll go 300. That should be plenty. And now I'll go ahead and put the part off blade in there. And I will touch off. And again, the part off blade is 50 thou, so I'll set my travel indicator here to 50. So back to 0 is now we're even, and 31 thou. And I want to catch it with something. Let's see if I can find my little... It's basically just a little pick tool that I got. Otherwise I probably won't find it. So I'm just gonna stick that in the little hole there, and then I'm gonna part it off. There's one. Now I'll just move over and set my indicator again. 50, and then 20, about 3. And part off the next one. Two. 50. 50. Ta-da! That was pretty good at calculating. It came out pretty dang close to right on. So now I change collets and stuff, and you do my little posts. So, and those should be a 3/16 collet. And 3/16 collet. These posts should fit right in there. Yep. Perfect. So, and we'll put one in right away here. And we'll use the same center drill and drill. So, take the drill out, the center drill back in. may have to make a flat bottom drill here for the counterbore. I know I have one, but I'm not sure where I put it. Okay, go through. So now I need to either round up a flat bottom drill or make one. So I will go and hunt that up. Okay, I didn't find my flat bottom drill, so I'm just going to grab a small boring bar and mount it in the tool holder and just plunge in with that. I just don't feel like grinding up. They're kind of a pain in the butt to grind up because they're staying small. You got to get magnifying glasses out in order to see what you're doing. Anyway, I have to. I can't see what I'm doing otherwise. So I'll just take a real small boring bar. I got to make up some more boring bars too. I broke one the other day, and I got a bunch of carbide blank material. I want to go ahead and make a couple more medium-sized boring bars when I set up my grinder. I got some end mills to sharpen, and when I do that, I'm gonna go ahead and make some boring bars too. Okay, so in order to get this on center, all I need to do is find a scale. With all the scales I got laying around, there's never one laying right where you want it. Get another one out. I just went through and put them all away. Alright, I'm going on the back side of the diameter here, and if you've watched any of my videos, you'll have seen that I talk about centering with a scale, and that's basically on the lathe. I do not use any kind of centering device other than my scale, and it works great. The only thing is now on the back side, I'm coming up with my boring tool on the back side. If it leans away from me, I have to, like that means I have to raise it up. You know, it's kind of leaning to the back, so I need to raise it up a tish. Okay, turn that screw. That might have been too much. We'll see here. And then I just bring it out until it kind of lightly pinches it. Oh, that might be inward a little bit. So down just a little bit. And that should be good now. Still a little more. It might have been hung up there. Okay, that looks really close there. Close enough for me for this counterbore. So come out here and I touch off, and then I kind of move it to the center because I don't want to oversize it right away. I'll set my indicator, and I'm not exactly positive at what depth I have to go, so I will quick measure a screw here, and it looks like it would be the same as the major diameter, so I will go 90 thou deep on that. So, and the diameter really isn't critical. I just don't want to oversize it a lot. So I will just go part way here and see where I'm at. I just take my screw here and just kind of see if it'll fit into that counterbore. If I can get my fat fingers in there. Yeah, it's a little undersized yet. That's fine. I'll go to the depth now. 90 thou deep. 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. That's a 90 thou deep right there. And where did I put that screw? Just want to make sure. Okay. We want to go to about a 140 diameter. And on these small diameters, when you measure an ID with your caliper, inside jaws of your calipers, you're always going to measure smaller than what it actually is. And I usually allow a couple thou for that, especially on these real small diameters like this. You kind of get a feel for it. Okay, so it's measured 125. And I want to go to 140, so I'm going to call it 127, and I want to go to 40, so that's 10, 13 thousandths. So there's 10, 11, 12, 13. And I am going to mark the dial here with the pencil, so I know where I was at for the counterbore. Okay, that screw should fit right in there now. Perfect. So we're set. So it fits right into the counterbore, just like it's supposed to. Little washer. I'll have to clean up the back side of the washer yet. We're at the part off, and then naturally I'll have to use a little. Well, that's probably about the screw that I'll use then too. So it looks like it's about the right length. So. Okay, well, I can continue on here. Take the boring bar out. Get that out of the way. Put the next one in. Center drill. Drill. And then counterbore. And the nice thing about this tool holder, this quick change tool holder, it's on the smaller side, and I kind of like that for this lathe. But it's a Harding knockoff is what it is, that I basically reverse engineered and grew up. But the nice thing about it is you can take the tool in and out, put it back in there, and you can go right back to the dial, to your number on the dial, and it's going to be there. You know, you're going to cut the same diameter every time, and it's very, you know. And that's why Harding went with that design, because that's, you know, that design worked for him. Because a tool room lathe, that's what you want. You want something that's going to repeat every time. 90 thou. I have never regretted making this tool post. I mean, it. Very, very versatile. Harding head has an excellent design that I swiped. Well, like I say, I reverse engineered it, so I did change a couple little things, but nothing major on it. I think I had the drawings posted somewhere on one of the machinist sites I belong to. Yeah, the quick change that came with it, it was to me it was too big for the lathe. You know, Grizzly put on the quick change that they put on there. It's just too big. You know, this lathe isn't big enough for the tools that they send out with it, which is unfortunate. You know, a lot of people don't have the access to go ahead and make another holder, tool holder, and so then they're stuck using that. And then plus I don't really care for inserted tools like these. I have never used these. I don't care for them. I'd rather have a cemented carbide tool, and I like the Micro 100 cemented carbide tools, and that's what I use. One left. I haven't been out in the shop since, well, for a few days anyway, since I found my parts missing. Closer I get, oh no, dropped one on the floor here. Luckily I spotted it all the way down. The other one's rolling here too, up here. The lathe's got a little recessed area here, they can't vibrate off. Okay, where was I? I was getting the drill. What was I saying? Oh, I haven't been out here in a while, so but I figured this morning is a good time to come, because I'm not going to go outside and work because it's just too cool. I mean, it's not really the coolness, but the wind is really blowing today, and that really kind of sucks. Sucks all the fun out of it, you might say. And the closer I get to getting all these parts made, and I'm anxious. I guess I'm anxious to get the cam in there and sat, and you know, as you get closer and closer, you get more and more into it. I've been working on this for a while. Okay, well, I got all those parts made. I'm going to go ahead and grab a file and clean off the little where the part off blade left in the back side. I'm going to just lightly file them, and when I get ready to put the gears in place, I will come back, and that'll probably be tomorrow, because I'm probably going to clean these up and put them off to the side, and then it's really getting nice outside now. Wind is still blowing. I think it's up to 35, 36 degrees now. In another hour, it should be in the mid to upper 40s. So it's supposed to get around 50 this afternoon. Tomorrow it's supposed to get close to 60. So I definitely won't be out here tomorrow. I got too many things to do out in the yard, and getting the garden ready, and get the yard cleaned up. And like I say, I like working outside.